And we are almost there. No more Coldplay after this review and the next one. Okay? You happy? Okay. I mean, Coldplay is a good band, and I absolutely don't hate them. But sometimes bands make bad music. This time we'll be reviewing Ghost Stories. Coldplay's first 4 albums are phenomenal, especially for their second and fourth album. But later in 2011, they took a bold move and by participating in the mainstream pop culture movement, which isn't a terrible decision at all, but seems like it's better if Coldplay just stay being rock band. Now, this album is released 2 months after Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow announced their conscious uncoupling, which stirred up a lot of attention. Yet it was a very peaceful breakup. So we were expecting a sad and even moody Coldplay album, like Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreak. The album started with Always in My Head. Always in my head. You're always in my head. With some angelic choir vocals and some slow, moody guitars sinking into the soundscape as Chris Martin hushes You're Always in My Head. Honestly, I enjoyed this song. Actually, it sets the mood really well, but comparing to other previous Coldplay songs, this one just doesn't stand out, and its slowness really dragged it down. I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. Then the moodiness continues on the big single, Magic. Call it magic. Call it true. Call it magic. When I'm with you. Really quiet and peaceful. Call it magic. Call it true. Coldplay. Chris whispers. But I like how the pianos and guitars didn't dominate the song this time. They gave Chris Martin the spotlight, and his vocals on this song isn't that bad either. The hook, and I don't, is catchy and memorable, and the instrumentals overall are lovely. They move along the 4/4 snare beat very smoothly. That ever so repetitive guitar riff and the cold sounds made the bird song a little bit more dim, which makes a good texture for the song. But I don't like how cheesy the song is, and like Princess of China, the song didn't age well. I don't like it that much now. I'm giving Magic an 8 out of 10. Over to Ink. The first line is, got a tattoo and the pain's alright. Why am I even cringing to this song? Maybe it's only a metaphor. Let's hope it's just a metaphor. Maybe it's what you'll think about when you break up with someone you love. I don't know. But those lyrics are mundane in a cringy way. Although it's fairly catchy, it's just sloppy in its sloppiest, with the rippling, jangling guitars kind of hanging around here and there. I don't like this song, to be honest. I'm giving Ink a 3 to a 4. Then it's True Love, which is actually a breath of fresh air. Just tell me you love me. If you don't, then lie. Oh, lie to me. Small pinches of guitars and smooth strings really made the song a bit sweeter. Also, the lyrics is actually painful in a subtle way. Tell me you love me. And if not, just lie. Chris Martin cries. And there's something in the instrumentals of this song that makes it sound magical and gorgeous. But again, in the full picture, this song doesn't really stand out. It's not competitive enough to be a great song. I'm giving True Love a 7 out of 10. Then it slowly sinks to the raindrop electronic dings and the atmospheric soundscape of midnight. In the Chris Martin mourns "Leave a light on, and using his own voice to create such a beautiful harmony, with a touch of Bon Iver styles of vocals. This is the song that gave the album an opportunity to shine. I love the song and also the hypnotizing low-budget music video. The sputtering synthesizers section in this song is something I never expected from this band, and it sounds great. The band had finally made a good mix of electronic and old rock music. There's also a very moody, gloomy, and ethereal aspect to this song that makes it outstanding. I'm giving Midnight an 8 to a 9 out of 10. Then it smoothly goes onto Another's Arms, starting with a woman singing like a clear voice in a choir. Then the pianos and the simple drum beats started to kick in. The lyrics go something like, "Late night watching TV and no one was around me." So Chris Martin was basically sad about how lonely he was when he was watching TV. The song is already a bit cringeworthy and uneventful itself. It's simply bland and insipid. I don't see a point in putting this song in the record. The drowning sound effects and the Asian bells make the song a little bit more listenable, but other than that, I'm giving this one a 4 out of 10. After a while, a song called Ocean pops up.
Wait for your call, call never came.
With this sonar beeping sound you hear on boats. And obviously it sounds almost exactly like Atlas, which is a song made by Coldplay for The Hunger Games Part 2. Another song that sounds really deep and gloomy, but yet very forgettable. The guitars kind of go here and there. The vocals completely emerged into the background and fades away. There's nothing special about this song either. I'm giving Oceans a 3 out of 10. Then Coldplay took more risks even when they know they were going somewhere dangerous on the album's lead single, A Sky Full of Stars.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart.
They collaborated with another EDM artist, Avicii. Oh boy. Is this song cringy. Even more cringy with those cheap motifs presetted in production. Cause you're a sky full of stars, I'm gonna give you my heart. Sounds like something straight out of a romantic relationship establishment manual written by a 12-year-old girl. The girly brainwashing pop anthem has some decent instrumentals. I mean, guitars and such, and yes, I like the music video. The vocals aren't that bad. But this is just too lame to like. I liked it at first, but now I don't. I'm giving A Sky Full of Stars a 5 to a 6. At the end, Chris Martin turns into a ghost ascending to the sky with the piano-driven song, Oh, Whoa.
Flock of birds hovering above.
Again, the concept is somehow related to birds, like on Speed of Sound and Up with the Birds. Although the song sounds pretty promising in the beginning, with its dreamy piano riffs and all that, but it still ends in a very fragile way, where it tries to loop back to Always in My Head, but the whole full circle thing is already outdated, so don't do that. I'm giving O a 6 out of 10. At the end, Coldplay had released another unimpressive and uneventful album in the year 2014. The music on Ghost Stories is the dreamiest and the gloomiest the band had ever put out. Its Sigur Rós, Radiohead, and Bon Iver inspirations did land perfectly into the music, but the music itself is just too mundane and bland. Why could Coldplay write something deep and beautiful on Viva La Vida and not on this album? Although the instrumentals are acceptable and some are catchy, but this is just a small and insignificant album that has 8 tracks on it. And more than half of that 8 tracks are simply forgettable. The worst song is Oceans and the best is Midnight. I'm giving Ghost Stories a 5 to a generous 6 out of 10. So, have you listened to Coldplay's Ghost Stories? From 1 to 10, how much would you rate it? Like if you like and subscribe if you want more.